this video, we're going to learn the parts of the bow. We'll start from the bottom and make our way up to the top. At the very bottom of the bow, we have a screw. That screw is used to regulate the tension of the hair. The hair comes from a horse's tail, and you'll find that you have to regulate the tension in such a way that when you play, you need to have about maybe a tip of a pinky's worth distance between the hair and the stick. But I'm not going to go into too much detail on that right now, because you can find more information about how to tighten and loosen the bow and when you should and shouldn't do it in the article called How to Care for Your Violin and Bow. Just note that when you do put your bow away, you must loosen your bow all the time because of the fact that you don't want the stick of the bow to warp. Now let's talk about the parts of the bow at the bottom. We have the frog, which has nothing to do with frogs, but it just happens to be called that. It doesn't rip it or anything like that. The frog on more expensive bows is made out of ebony, and in the middle of the frog we have a decorative ornament which can often be made out of mother of pearl. We also have a similar decoration over here. Now this part is, or these parts I should say, are relatively practical in nature. They exist to keep the finger from slipping when you're playing, particularly your index finger, more exactly. And they're also decorative in nature as well, so you'll see that some bows have different designs at this particular part. Now we also have to talk about the stick. The stick is made out of Pernambuco wood, which is an endangered wood which comes from a rainforest tree in the Amazon. And many bow makers today have been experimenting with novel ways to get around using these finite resources, such as carbon fiber bows. Less expensive bows may also be made out of fiberglass. So we've covered all the parts of the bow really, but I want to also bring to your attention one more thing. There's certain terminology that's used by teachers and performers in referring to parts of the bow, and the parts of the bow that you play in will completely impact the kind of sound you make, the abilities to perform various techniques, and just volume in general. So I'm not going to go into the details, but I will tell you what the different parts are. So we know what the frog is, but when people say play at the frog, what they mean is play as close to the frog as possible. There's also the tip. People can say play at the tip. There's the middle. And then also teachers and composers and performers like to divide the bow up into two parts, the lower half and the upper half. And in your journeys, I encourage you to try playing in all those parts, see what you can do. You can bounce the bow in some are harder to bounce the bow. Other parts of the bow, you might find that you can make a very strong kind of marching stroke very easily, whereas others maybe not so much, and you'll find that different parts of the arm will require to be used in these different parts of the bow. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is you'll find out that you need to use different parts of your arm in different parts of the bow in order to make an effective sound of choice. So this is what all of our videos are going to be about, and stay tuned for more.